Soaring majestically amidst the Champ de Mars in the heart of Paris, the Eiffel Tower proudly stands as an architectural marvel crafted from wrought iron. Conceived by the ingenious engineer Gustave Eiffel and brought to life by his company between 1887 and 1889, this iconic landmark bears the name of its visionary creator. Endearingly referred to as the Iron Lady by locals, the tower was meticulously designed to serve as the centerpiece of the 1889 World's Fair, commemorating the centenary of the French Revolution. Despite initial skepticism from France's intellectual and artistic circles regarding its unconventional design, the Eiffel Tower transcended criticism to become a cherished emblem of French culture and one of the globe's most instantly recognizable structures. In 2015 alone, an astounding 6.91 million visitors marveled at the tower's grandeur, solidifying its status as the world's most visited fee-based monument. Acknowledging its profound historical significance, the tower was designated a monument historique in 1964 and later earned a coveted spot on UNESCO's prestigious World Heritage Site list in 1991. Standing tall at a towering height of 330 meters, equivalent to an 81-story building, the Eiffel Tower reigns supreme as the tallest structure in Paris. Its square base spans 125 meters, a testament to its monumental scale. During its construction, the Eiffel Tower surpassed the Washington Monument to claim the title of the world's tallest man-made structure, a distinction it held for 41 years until the completion of the Chrysler Building in New York City in 1930. It was also the first structure worldwide to surpass both the 200-meter and 300-meter marks in height. With the addition of a broadcasting aerial in 1957, it now surpasses the Chrysler Building by 5.2 meters, standing as the second tallest freestanding structure in France after the Millau Viaduct. For intrepid visitors eager to experience its splendor, the tower offers 3 levels, including restaurants on the first and second levels. The upper platform on the top level rises 276 meters above the ground, offering the highest publicly accessible observation deck in the European Union. Adventurous souls can embark on a journey by stairs or lift to reach the first and second levels, with each leg of the ascent consisting of over 300 steps, culminating in a 600-step journey to the top. While a staircase leads to the top level, access is typically limited to the lift. At this pinnacle, a private apartment constructed for Gustave Eiffel's personal use awaits, adorned with furnishings by Jean Lachaise and hosting esteemed guests like Thomas Edison. Prepare to be captivated by the enthralling narrative behind one of the world's most iconic landmarks, the Eiffel Tower. Picture this: 2 brilliant engineers, Maurice Couchelin and Émile Nouguier, brainstorming ideas at the Compagnie des Établissements Eiffel. It all began with a conversation about the ideal centerpiece for the 1889 Exposition Universelle, marking the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution. In a stroke of brilliance, Couchelin sketches out their vision, a towering pylon of lattice girders. But wait, there's more. Stephen Salvestre, the head of the architectural department, adds his flair with decorative arches and a glass pavilion. Suddenly, the design springs to life, capturing the imagination of none other than Gustave Eiffel himself. Eiffel's enthusiasm ignites as he acquires the patent rights and showcases the design at the Exhibition of Decorative Arts in 1884. Fast forward to March 30th, 1885, when Eiffel presents his plans to the Société des Ingénieurs Civils, emphasizing the tower's significance as a symbol of modern engineering prowess and France's rich cultural heritage. But the journey to erecting this monumental structure was not without its obstacles. It wasn't until 1886, with the re-election of Jules Grévy as President of France and the appointment of Édouard Lockroy as Minister for Trade, that progress truly gained momentum. Lockroy's announcement on May 1st reshaped the competition terms, effectively making Eiffel's design the clear winner. After much debate and negotiation, a contract was inked on January 8, 1887, granting Eiffel 1.5 million francs towards construction costs. Eiffel's vision was set in motion, with a separate company established to oversee the tower's construction and half the capital provided by the man himself. But here's where the plot thickens. the involvement of a French bank, the Crédit Industriel et Commercial, CIC, in financing the tower stirred controversy. The CIC's engagement in predatory loans to Haiti, draining the nation's resources, sparked a debate about the tower's legacy as a symbol of French liberty. So, while the Eiffel Tower ascends triumphantly against the Parisian skyline, its construction tale is a blend of innovation, determination, and a hint of controversy, a true testament to the intricacies of history and human ambition. Welcome to the riveting drama surrounding the Eiffel Tower, a tale rife with controversy, critique, and unexpected turns. Imagine this. It's the late 1800s, and the audacious notion of erecting the world's tallest tower has ignited a frenzy of debate. Critics emerge from every corner, questioning the tower's feasibility and scoffing at its artistic merit. Never before had anyone dared to conceive a structure reaching 300 meters in height, let alone 200 meters. The discourse reaches a fever pitch as construction commences on the Champ de Mars. Enter the Committee of 300, led by the illustrious architect Charles Garnier, and boasting a lineup of arts aficionados, including Guy de Maupassant and Charles Gounod. They're not having it. A fiery petition titled "Artists Against the Eiffel Tower" lands on the desk of the Minister of Works, decrying the tower as a monstrous eyesore that would overshadow Paris's beloved landmarks. But wait, there's more. Gustave Eiffel himself steps into the fray, defending his creation with fervor. He fires back at the detractors, likening his tower to the majestic Egyptian pyramids. Why should something awe-inspiring in Egypt be deemed hideous in Paris? He challenges. And the plot thickens. Edouard Lockroy joins the fray, sarcastically dismissing the critics' prose as nothing more than a collaboration of famous writers and poets. After all, the project was already underway, and construction was well in progress. But as the tower emerges against the Parisian skyline, opinions begin to shift. Some critics, like Guy de Maupassant, find solace in the tower's restaurant, conveniently shielded from its imposing presence. Meanwhile, the tower evolves from a point of contention to a symbol of national pride, immortalized in a nationalist poem by Guillaume Apollinaire during World War I. Fast forward to today, and the Eiffel Tower stands tall as a global icon of architectural brilliance, gracing the silver screen and inspiring countless works of literature. It's a tale of triumph over adversity, proving that even the most contentious creations can become beloved symbols of beauty and innovation. Prepare for an unforgettable adventure as we embark on an epic ascent to the summit of the Eiffel Tower, a journey brimming with thrills, wonder, and a dash of enchantment. Picture this. It's March 31st, 1889, and Gustave Eiffel, the mastermind behind this towering marvel, is poised to unveil his creation to the world. With government officials and eager reporters in tow, they embark on an epic trek to the summit. But here's the twist. There are no lifts yet, so they tackle the ascent on foot, with Eiffel himself serving as the ultimate tour guide. As they ascend higher and higher, anticipation builds, and finally, at 2:35 p.m., Eiffel unfurls a majestic tricolor flag, accompanied by a thunderous 25-gun salute that reverberates through the air. But the adventure doesn't end there. With the tower officially open to the public 9 days later, thrill-seekers from far and wide flock to experience the dizzying heights for themselves. Nearly 30,000 brave souls embark on the epic 1,710-step climb, eager to conquer this towering icon. As night falls, the tower transforms into a beacon of light, illuminated by hundreds of gas lamps casting a mesmerizing glow. And let's not forget the dazzling searchlights that dance across the night sky, painting the exposition in a mesmerizing spectacle of color. On the second level, visitors are treated to a taste of luxury with a pop-up office of the French newspaper Le Figaro and a delightful patisserie serving up sweet treats to satisfy any craving. But perhaps the most magical moments happen behind closed doors, as Eiffel himself conducts meteorological observations and daring experiments from his private apartment atop the tower. And when luminaries like the Prince of Wales, Sarah Bernhardt, and even Thomas Edison pay a visit, the tower becomes a stage for unforgettable encounters and historic moments. Originally slated for demolition in 1909, the Eiffel Tower earned a reprieve thanks to its invaluable contributions, particularly to innovations like radiotelegraphy. As the permit expired, it became an integral part of the International Time Service. During World War I, the tower served as a strategic asset, disrupting German communications. It also dabbled in advertising, featuring Citroën signs. In World War II, it faced occupation and a near-demolition order from Hitler. When Paris fell to the Germans in 1940, the lift cables of the tower were cut by the French, and the tower was closed to the public. The lifts were not repaired until after the war in 1946. In 1940, German soldiers climbed the tower to hoist a swastika-centered flag, but it was so large that it blew away shortly afterward, replaced by a smaller one. Despite Hitler's orders to destroy the tower along with the rest of the city, as the Allies approached Paris in 1944, General Dietrich von Choltitz, the military governor of Paris, disobeyed the order. The tricolor flag replaced the German flag on the tower before the Germans were driven out of Paris on August 25, 1944. Post-war, the tower saw modernization, including the addition of a radio aerial in 1957. It gained historical monument status in 1964, and controversial plans to relocate it to Montreal surfaced in 1967. In the 1980s, significant upgrades were made, with new lifts and emergency staircases installed. Notable stunts like flying under the tower added to its legend. Celebrations for the new millennium dazzled spectators with flashing lights and fireworks. Since then, the tower has remained an iconic symbol, attracting millions of visitors annually and undergoing periodic renovations to maintain its allure. Since its completion in 1889, over 300 million people have visited the tower, with approximately 6.91 million visitors in 2015 alone. It holds the record as the most visited paid monument globally, attracting an average of 25,000 visitors daily, often leading to long queues. Being an iconic symbol worldwide, the Eiffel Tower has inspired the creation of numerous replicas and similar structures. Notable examples include the Blackpool Tower in England, which was commissioned by the mayor of Blackpool after being impressed by the Eiffel Tower at the 1889 exposition. Tokyo Tower in Japan, erected in 1958 as a communications tower, was also influenced by the Eiffel Tower's design. In the United States, various scale models of the tower exist, such as a half-scale version at the Paris-Las Vegas Resort in Nevada, another in Paris, Texas, and two 1/3 scale models at Kings Island in Ohio and Kings Dominion in Virginia. Similar models can also be found in China, Mexico, and several locations across Europe. In 2011, the National Geographic Channel's show Pricing the Priceless estimated that constructing a full-size replica of the tower would cost around $480 million, over 10 times the cost of the original construction.